I'm going to play a little pattern first and then we'll talk about it, okay? So the pattern I'm going to be playing is on the top 3 strings. I'm going to be using triads and I'm going to be picking the strings in this order, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, with that sort of rhythm. And this is what it sounds like, okay? So it's a 4-bar pattern. The underlying chords are A minor, D minor, and E7. And the song just goes round and round like that. So we'll have a quick listen to it. If you go to YouTube Out by the name in the top right hand corner there is, you can see that? Yeah. Telimo. I don't know anything about this person. I just heard this in one of those compilation videos that you see on YouTube all the time where people backflipping or setting fire to their hair or skateboarding ducks and all that sort of stuff. So I heard this and tracked down the music or tracked down the video. So listened to it, worked out what was going on and thought this makes an interesting subject of discussion for guitar players, or subject of study, I should say, for guitar players. Because we're basically playing triads here. And I don't need to go into any detail about what a triad is. For the sake of this discussion, for this study, it's the top, it's 3 notes played on the top 3 strings. Okay, so the underlying chords of A minor, we're not going to play an A minor, conventional A minor down here. What we'll do is we'll play a D minor shape with the first finger on the 8th fret and the second finger on the 9th fret and the third finger on the 10th fret. If you don't know what a D minor shape is, it's probably not a good idea to attempt this. So there we are, we've got a D minor shape up in E to give us an A minor chord. And if I pluck the strings 3, 2 and 1 in this order, I'm going to use thumb and first and second fingers, but could use the thumb on its own or a plectrum, but I actually prefer to go. So I'm going to do that. So there's that shape there, the D minor shape, and then I pluck those 3 strings 3, 2 and 1, and then I move the first finger back 1 fret. So it's like the A minor that we started with, but it's just slightly different. And then I'm going to leave the third finger where it is on the 10th fret, push the second finger up to the 10th fret as well, and put the little finger on the 10th fret to get 10, 10, 10. Pluck that, and then take my little finger off, so I go 10, 10, 8. My first finger is now on the first string 8th fret. So we had the first chord, the first movement went, second movement, and we come down here. This is probably my favourite shape on the whole guitar. I call this steps. These are like steps. In this instance, I'm going to put my first finger on the first string at the 5th fret, second finger on the second string at the 6th fret, third finger on the 3rd string at the 7th fret. Stop, pause, rewind if you want to go over these, or just get me to send you the tab. But before I play this chord, I'm going to play this chord. I'm going to put my little finger on the first string at the 7th fret. And when I take my little finger off, then I'll play this shape. So it will go. Yep. And then finally, we're going to come up here and play an E augmented to an E major triad. So it's second finger on the third string, 9th fret, third finger on the second string, 9th fret, first finger on the first string, 8th fret, and then the first finger moves back to the 7th fret. So here it is again from the top. A minor goes like this, first finger back. Here's the D minor. Here's another version of the D minor. And then the last one, E. Put them all together. Oops. And that should sound like this. That's basically what happens throughout the whole song. You know, it's not hugely adventurous, but it's just kind of groovy and hypnotic, and it just works your left hand fingers into those familiar triad shapes. If they're not familiar, they will become familiar, and they're very, very, very useful. And then however you're using your right hand, whether it's thumb, first finger, second finger, or a pick, or the thumb on its own, it just produces that da 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 da, etc. So I hope that's been of some use. We'll see.